What are you convinced people are pretending to enjoy? Posting on LinkedIn. My company. Tourists are lying about enjoying this Florida heat. Ain't no way. 3-hour-long church services. Jesus gave the Sermon on the Mount in like 5 minutes. Get over your ego, pastor. Attention. I have grown to hate it. Wish I could put myself in spectator mode. People who move to AZ and say they love the heat. I'm a native to AZ. This shit sucks. Work team building events. Eating at Salt BAE outlets. Work. Sitting around and listen to a happy birthday song awkwardly. Social media. A lot of these crappy shows that get more than 3 seasons. Either all the smart people work for a living and don't have time to contribute their viewership to good content, or Hollywood's greatest lie is convincing everyone that anyone gives a shit about Big Bang Theory enough to justify young Sheldon. Modern country music. Panera Bread. Last time I went there, my flatbread pizza looked like it had been made by a 3D printer. And poorly. I haven't been back since. I think that group mentality is a thing to the point that I'm convinced that you cannot really get to know a person unless you spend time with them alone, just the two of you. If even just one person is added, the chemistry is altered and the personality aspects are furtherly veiled. It's the reason why I couldn't possibly have mixed meetings between most of my friend groups. Most of them wouldn't fit at all, and I am a very adapting person who gets along with pretty much anyone. Expensive wine. I mean, I'm sure it's enjoyable. But somewhere around $30 a bottle is just as good. Baby showers. Gender reveals. Just say you're having X or Y, or say nothing at all. I don't need to see My Little Pony jump out of a cake to announce your kid, and I barely cared in the first place. Just be cool. Oh, it's a boy or a girl. Bye. Any US senator over 80. Going to nightclubs. Anything Kardashian related. Extremely hot food. After a while there is no way you can possibly taste anything and your mouth is being destroyed. Plus, you're gonna shit out a lava baby the next day, so there is very little enjoyable about it. Don't get me wrong, I like spicy food. But there's a limit before it just becomes punishing yourself. I think most adults' favorite color is just whatever color they picked when they were like 8 to be their go-to board game piece, and they don't actually particularly enjoy it more than other colors. There are a few folks out there who seem to commit to it, though. Answering this question on a weekly basis. The new Witcher season. White Claw. Tastes like TV static. Weddings. At least in my culture, I think the whole planning and trying to make it look perfect just drives people crazy, especially the ones that are getting married. Also, there's a lot of pretending going on during those events. Like, I should be super excited seeing a relative to whom I haven't talked in years. Fuck no. I'm aware that are exceptions, but most of these events are fucking annoying. Small talk and random people's company. Other people. Violently masturbating to the word boobs spelled out on a calculator. Strippers or soft porn on social medias. Don't get it. Don't see how it's worth ruining relationships over either shrug light skin tone emoji modifier #hash. Caviar. And I love oysters and other oceany things. But caviar just seems like such a disappointment with how expensive it is. I swear people only enjoy it because they think it's so valuable. Drake's music. It's not even that I hate it, it's honestly worse than that I don't care about any of it. 8-hour workdays. Kale. Edit. I am not asking for ways to make kale good. Yes, covering anything in oil and garlic and spice will make it palatable. That's not the point. Kale sucks. Quit pretending it doesn't. Only good for feeding the local moose. Being right, it's all ego shit. What they actually want is to know what's going on. Being wrong is realizing not knowing what's going on, that makes people scared, so they need to be right to feel comfortable again. Sacrificing truth in the process. Bras. Men want them off or on as much as women dislike them being expensive. League of Legends. I played with a few friends over the last 2 weeks, and I just cannot get behind learning 160 characters and their moves and their meters to then engage in 30-45 minute long battles that I'm most likely going to lose. I've also learned that Rocket League gives me that same disappointment in 5-minute increments. It seems more efficient. Life. Eating ass. Gender reveals. Most forms of social media. Talking about politics. Reality TV, like no way are you actually interested in a show with scripted characters. Their 16th watch of The Office. Kim Jong-un. Working 40 hours week. Company social media. My company has Yammer set up and people are constantly posting on it. It's nothing of substance, just usual social media look at us and how awesome we are. God, it drives me insane. Reality shows and gossip shows. Ooh, that $20 million worth celebrity broke up with that another $17 million worth celebrity. How could I go on with my life now? Running. I've only seen one person jogging since it became fashionable 40 years or so ago who did not look like they were suffering and miserable. Going to church. Auto-tuned mumble rap. Relationships. I'm single, so all my friends seem to think they can vent about their relationship problems with me. Some should definitely not be in relationships and should learn to rely on themselves. NFTs. Kombucha. It tastes like vinegar. How can you like this? Working over 40 hours a week. Good God, 40 is already too much. Polygamy. I'm convinced that a lot of people go to fancy restaurants like the star-rated type for the privilege of complaining about them. Watching golf. Kombucha. 90 of TV movies. Golf. Fasting. Going to a nightclub where you need to wait the long line for the bouncers to let you inside, then dance in the crowd with extremely loud ugly music and get wasted with alcohol and drugs, then wake up deaf and sick the next day wondering what happened yesterday. Stand-up paddleboarding versus all other over water modes of transportation. Eating